What's up, everybody? You were tuned in to the Cris
Ammo.
podcast, episode 218. Hope everybody's having a good day. Takeover Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's having a good night.
Mhm.
Whatever you're doing, yeah, at work, yeah, at home, whatever you're doing. Hope you're having a good night. We got a slew of topics to get into. NBA season is kicked off. We got the college football and NFL predictions. And we got some scenarios that we're going to do a couple games and, Maul's random news, his favorite subject.
Oh yeah, yes, sir.
But before we get into that, Maul, what's going on, man?
Oh man, not much, brother. Feeling good, minus these little allergies I got. But it was great seeing AD put on a great performance, MVP like. You know what I'm saying? Lakers all the way, baby. Feeling good, man. Feeling good, man. Excited to see my boys live and in person this weekend. So, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. You know,
Yeah.
you know 6-0.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Feeling dangerous.
Dangerous. What the fuck? Who y'all? Who are you? Who are you? Russell Wilson?
Mr.
Dangerous.
Unlimited.
Dangerous.
Mr. Unlimited. No,
Mr. Unlimited.
all right, man. Let's get into it, man. Your favorite sport, man. NBA has kicked off. I know you're happy right now.
Yes, sir.
Uh, your Lakers got a big win. The Knicks got blown out last night.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then today, looks like the Bucks pulled it out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the Bucks pulled it out. The, the Clippers are up right now. The Warriors are up big against the Trailblazers, as we expected.
Yeah.
The Pacers beat the Pistons. The Hawks beat the Nets. Cavs beat the Raptors. They beat the hell out of the Raptors. Hornets beat the Rockets. Pelicans beat the Bulls by one. Or no, they
No, they
lost.
lost. They
They
lost by
lost
one.
by one.
Lost by one.
And then the Grizzlies beat the Jazz by two.
Yeah.
So these first two nights, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'll start off with yesterday. Like, I think everybody's gonna get all hyped over the 29 threes that the Celtics did. Congratulations. You guys almost broke the record for all-time threes. But at the end of the day, Celtics, I get it. They did it without Chris Porzingis, and the Knicks aren't healthy and all that. But I'm not gonna sit here and expect the Celtics to make 29 threes every single game. You know what I mean? They're kind of a team right now where I get it. They're very good. They are deep. They probably have the best six-man rotation in the league right now. I still don't know how they're able to assemble this team with the cap space that is given. But they found a way to make it happen this year. I know next year is going to be a little bit different story, but you gotta give props to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I don't want to hear anything about this revenge tour bullshit. Like I think that's whack. I think the Olympics are a totally different story, and everybody who watched those 6 games that the USA team played understood why Jason Tatum was not in that lineup. Like it was clear as day. But at the end of the day, this team is going to be good. This team is going to be competing for the championship at the end of the year. I would expect them to be top 4 teams left in the as far as like both conferences, but I think the Knicks will be fine. Obviously, they have a lot of injuries. I'm not really a fan of the Mikal Bridges changing his jump shot. Does look a little. I don't know. I don't know why he even did that. Whoever advised him to do that needs to be fired. Shooting coach, agent, whoever. Like lost your mind. He was able to get a little rhythm in the second half. Jalen Brunson, Cat. I'm not really worried about them. OG, I expect them to hit threes. I expect them to find a little rhythm. I don't expect them to be giving up 29 threes, especially under Coach Tibbs' defense. So I wouldn't expect that. With the Timberwolves and Lakers, I was pleasantly surprised to see my man AD play like he was last year. I was a little bit worried about that, whether he was going to bring that same intensity. But he did. He had an MVP level performance. What do you have? 36 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks. Very, very dominant against a Minnesota Timberwolves team that we all expect to be competing for a title. We all expect them to be one of the top teams in the West. I know with the trade, they are still working some things out. Adding Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. You kind of see it like you're not going to get the same play As far as like Julius Randle can hit some threes, but he's not going to be consistent like Cat Williams. So the floor is going to shrink a little bit with Anthony Edwards, especially Rudy Gobert on the floor on the court. So they're going to have to figure some things out. But I do love Dante DiVincenzo. I think he'll be great. I think this team will be good. So and then obviously the whole situation with seeing Bronny and LeBron check in. If you're gonna hate on this moment, you just don't have a
Yeah,
heart, bro. You don't
what a
have.
weirdo.
That's just weird, bro. Like at the end of the day, I'm happy. Everybody knows I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but at the end of the day, he earned it. He deserved it. I'm glad he was able to share this opportunity in this moment with his son. If it didn't put a smile on your face, I'd say you just don't have a heart. You just don't know pure joy. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see that. Hopefully, now that it's over, hopefully they can, send Bronny down to the G League, get him developed, and hopefully he can be able to come back up maybe towards the end of the year or maybe next year and actually have a real rotation within this team. Dalton Connect, really happy that he's on our squad and we were able to draft him. I think he's going to be amazing for us. I know we shot poorly from three, but I think we'll be a little bit better. Rui looks amazing. He looks more quicker, more athletic than he did last year. And then on top of that, you got JJ Redick making us look like a real legitimate team, running offense, calling timeouts when people go on runs, not 30-0 runs, but like 6-0 runs, 7-0 runs. Stop it. Actually communicating with the team what he's like, what he likes to see, what they're doing, and stuff that they need to work on. So nothing that we got with Darvin Ham. All he did was just say, "I salute, props up to you boys," type bullshit. But at the end of the day, it was cool. You have any thoughts on opening night as far as like those first two games?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't get to actually sit and dive into the games. I mean,
Okay.
I caught the moment, you know what I'm saying, with Bronny and them, but then I had to
Yeah.
go do something with the lady.
No, I got
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I
so
got you.
I wasn't able to really dive into the game like that. I was following on the timeline and watching all you
Yeah.
NBA fans out there going crazy, and you over there cheerleading with your pom poms on.
Yeah, bro, trust me, it's only the beginning. It's one of 82, so it's gonna be a very very interesting season. As far as like today, I know the Pistons lost, but I was pleasantly surprised to see how competitive they were with the Pacers. I thought they were gonna win this game, but unfortunately they had I don't know how this happened. They had 6 men on the court, which kind of killed their little momentum, and then they ended up losing the game. Um, the Pelicans, they lost to the Bulls. Unfortunately, Deontay Murray, he broke his left hand, it seems like, so he's gonna be out at least a month. So that's not really good news for them. And then also Zion Williamson didn't play already. He was sick. Maybe Mariah Mills is back. Got my man sick, so he wasn't able to play. It was really good to see John Morant back. They're able to squeak out a win against the Jazz. Jazz are going to be a scrappy team. Laurie Markkinen, he's always amazing. I'm surprised no one really tried to trade for him, especially like the Warriors. But Warriors look good tonight. Obviously they are playing the Trailblazers. Trailblazers are going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Bucks, they won 124-109, but it's kind of hard to really assess this team without Joel Embiid and that Paul George not playing for the 76ers. I do expect the 76ers team to play a whole lot better. But they were able to win. And then I called it. I told you, the Magic, watch out for the Magic, bro. They ended up blowing out the Heat 116-97. I tried to tell people, stop sleeping on the Magic. Magic, they gonna be a little scary squad. I'm not saying they're gonna win it all, but they're gonna scare some teams. And then shout out to LaMelo, man. LaMelo played an amazing game against the Rockets. I really like this Rockets squad, but LaMelo just went off, man. I think he had 36 points, 11 assists or something like that. So shout out to them, man. So it was a great opening night, man. Looking forward to the rest of the year, man, for real.
I'm glad you're in good spirits, man. I know
Now,
this is your favorite
man,
sport, and
it is. And I love football, man, but it ain't nothing to root for with my Raiders besides losing. So, it just is what it is at this point.
oh, that's funny. All right, speaking of NFL, man, a trade went down today, man.
Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Here
So
we go.
4:30 in the morning.
There
Wiping
goes.
cold out my wiping cold. Brett Veach is Batman. I'm convinced. He's
Oh my
Batman
God.
because he only works at night.
All right.
While everybody does normal business hours when they trade. When y'all traded Devontae Adams, it was normal business hours. This dude wastes. He always does. He signed Chris Jones at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. He traded away L'Jarius Sneed at 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then he wasted like 4 o'clock in the morning to trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I swear this dude's Batman. But
Technically, the trade for Devontae went through at night. He was already in fucking New York.
yeah,
5 months.
he was already there.
So yeah.
He spent
Let's
the
not
night
get
at
twisted.
Aaron's
He
house.
ain't the only one that be doing deals at night.
Yeah, I know. No, that's true. That's just when they leaked it out.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Show your pom poms, bro. Go ahead. Just go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
But man, my Chiefs got a receiver. We got DeAndre Hopkins. Well, fifth round pick. They can go up to a 4th round pick. You know,
I thought it was a conditional 4th. That could go up to a 3rd.
It's a conditional 5th. They can go up to a 4th.
Okay.
And they're taking half of the salary, so they chopping that shit in half. I know he had to sign a new contract before the trade goes through, so I'm pretty for sure if he's not in Kansas City yet, he'll be there in the morning and ready to practice.
I think he's there. I think they said he was flying out today.
Yeah, and then he'll be in practice tomorrow. I'm sure they'll put him on the podium, talk, and get him ready, revved up for your Raiders, man.
What do you want me to say about that? What do you want me to say about that?
I'm just saying, man.
I want y'all to win. Like
I know
want
you
us
do.
to win the fucking game.
I know you do.
So all right. So let's get to the nitty gritty, man. You know, you finally got the one of the receivers some of y'all been asking for. I don't think you asked for this, but you know,
he was on the list. I just had concerns.
Hold on. Let me finish, my brother. He wasn't. He may have been on your list, but he wasn't at the top of your list. Let's just say
that. In the middle. He was in the middle.
I don't even know if he was in the middle because I could have swore
I had concerns about.
You had concerns about his knee because he was playing with a torn or partially torn MCL.
Yeah,
So now that you finally have this guy, you know, he's been in the league for 12 years. Obviously, he's not the same as he was when he was playing for the Houston Texans. What is your confidence level? Are you at an all-time high? Do you think no one's going to be able to beat y'all? Do you think this is easy city for a 3-peat? Are you going to finally admit that you guys are going to probably be undefeated going into the playoffs? Like, how are we feeling right now? How is Chiefs Kingdom? Is that what y'all call yourselves?
Yeah.
Chiefs Kingdom. How is Chiefs Kingdom?
Well, for the most part, Chiefs Kingdom is excited for this. Look, they just excited to get a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Because these past few days, Chiefs Kingdom was just falling all over themselves. Some people wanted Brett Veach to get fired.
Wow, spoiled fans, huh? God damn, y'all want to fire somebody that's gotten y'all 2 straight chips.
I'll be getting it, man. Some of these fans is weirdos, man. They weird. I want to get rid of Veach, man. He ain't doing nothing. What is Veach doing when they saw the Devontae deal and the Amari Cooper, especially the Amari Cooper deal? The Amari Cooper deal, like, damn near sent them to the roof. Like, how the fuck we didn't get that nigga? So once the deal went down, you know, you saw the space. Everybody was in the space, excited. You know, shout out to my guy Boogie, man. He's printed the show. He was on the show, you know,
man.
Earlier this year.
Shout out to G, man, because like, you know, he was getting on me earlier this morning because I was kind of like shedding light on what Cris said earlier. And he tried to say, what's my issue? I'm just going by what your boy said, you know, be fellow Chiefs fan. Like, all I heard was, I don't know if I want DeAndre because he's playing on a bum ass knee. Now all of a sudden you get DeAndre Hopkins, and it's like, oh my God, nigga, we got like Antonio Brown 2.0 some shit like that.
Relax.
Come on, man. What is your expectations for DeAndre Hopkins? What do you think? Like, is he gonna have, you know, one of these like Randy Moss moments, or is he just gonna, you know, he's just gonna have key plays where we
need from DeAndre, we need somebody who can get open on his own and not have to be schemed up.
Okay.
And I think that's what DeAndre Hopkins provides. Third down and in the red zone is really what he's going to be crucial, especially in the middle of the field. Right. He's going to be crucial for that, and in the red zone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know we talked about it earlier. You was talking about his routes, but you know what? I think DeAndre Hopkins is perfect for the sense of, you know, Pat, his best plays come off of him improvising. And I think DeAndre Hopkins is one of the better freelance type, route runners where he knows when to break off the route. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to. He's been in this game long. It's kind of like how Trav was. He knows how to break off his route to get open for Pat. You know what I'm saying? Especially in zone. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm not sitting here expecting all of a sudden he's going to be offensive player of the year and have 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns. No, that's not what I'm expecting for Di.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is when I call bullshit. Like, don't let Cris fool you, bro.
I'm not.
He
Dog.
try he. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with everybody that is watching this or will watch this. Cris, don't be fooled by this humble bullshit, man. He is not. He's trying to be so calm right now, but he is super excited about this.
I am excited. I'm not saying I'm not.
He's already asking what's the size I need for the new back-to-back Super Bowl championship shirt, jersey, sweater, sweatsuit, pants, all that type shit. He's already ready. Chiefs Kingdom is ready. They already see the Super Bowl. People are already buying their tickets to New Orleans and looking up hotels because that's what they expect. They expect that. Even though your boy Patrick Mahomes has been mid all year, he blew out your star receiver's knee earlier in the year. See Isaiah Pacheco get back. So at the end of the day, what do I expect from this? Look, it's a great week to actually do this trade because you're doing it against the Raiders. Nobody's expecting the Raiders to do anything with y'all. I don't know why any Raider fans wants to go to this game. Like, it's going to be a loss. Like, if you're just going for the atmosphere and all that shit, please do. If you want to just go watch because you're in awe of the Patrick Mahomes experiment, I guess go for it. I guess you want to see some Raiderette cheerleaders, cool. Get you one of them margaritas. Them shits is fire. Go hit. Hey, yo, anybody that goes, go visit my boy Zeke. Hook him up, man. He'll hook you up. And then also go check out that pizza spot in Allegiant. That shit is fire. Right. So and barbecue Mexicana, that shit's fire too. So anybody going to the game, Raider fan, go enjoy the amenities of the stadium. Like, the Raiders aren't really going to do much besides Brock Bowers. Enjoy Max Crosby. He'll shout out to my boy Max, man. He actually finally laid everything to rest and say, look, I'm a Raider. I'm not going anywhere. Lions fans, leave my guy alone. He's not going back to Detroit. He loves Vegas. He want to deal with that cold ass, boo-boo ass weather, man. We good. Y'all still got I ain't gonna say that shit because I'm trying to Anyways, back to the Chiefs, man. Congratulations. You got your guy. Hopefully he can last all year. I don't know. That's all I gotta say, man. Hopefully, see what's up, man. Don't let my please God, man. Don't let my Raiders win this game. Don't let my Raiders win this game.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, let's talk about some other potential shit that can happen.
So Cooper Kupp was first linked to us the day before, and he started getting talked up. And look, I'm gonna be real with you. It was split down the middle when it came to Cooper Kupp. I'm in the wheelhouse. I wasn't a fan of getting Cooper Kupp because he don't stay healthy for nothing. He barely on the field. What we trading for him to put him on the IR?
Time out, sir. So let me get this straight. You don't want Cooper Kupp, but you want DeAndre Hopkins? Ain't he get hurt? He don't play more. He don't play more than Cooper Kupp. No, he don't.
He does.
No, he does not. No, he does not. Number one, Cooper Kupp. I would be like more impressed if it was Cooper Kupp. And I get it.
All 17 games last year.
Bro, stop. Anyways,
he played all 17 games.
All right, see, look, see. He wasn't saying any of this shit last week, but the moment my man puts on the, I love the cap. I love the cap. I do. I love it. Hey, man, I appreciate it. The moment a man puts on a Chiefs jersey, all sins go away. All sins go away. People just get amnesia and they just forget the last 2-3 years. But it's all good.
Last year he played 16 games last year.
Okay, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Okay, all right. Anyways, Cooper Kupp, I would have been more impressed with Cooper Kupp because I think he would fit I think he fits y'all a little bit better than D Hop. Like I like D Hop, but he does to me, he doesn't have the best route scheme. I think he's really good at the 50-50 balls, and I think he still can be good at the 50-50 balls, but he's not as fast as he once was. I think Cooper Kupp, he's able to get in and out of his cuts a little bit faster than DeAndre Hopkins. That's just me personally. I get it, health is an issue with Cooper Kupp, but I really do like Cooper Kupp, and I think with him and Patrick Mahomes and just how precise he is with his route running, I think that would have looked a whole lot better than D Hop. I'm really curious to see if they really do trade Cooper Kupp. I don't know if you were surprised by this kind of like breaking news kind of like thing,
I was.
but I was a little bit because
I
this,
was. I
this
was.
came
I
out of
was.
thin air. This
I
came out
was
of thin air.
surprised. I was surprised that he was linked to us because, and to be quite honest with you, I know this sound. I know you're probably not gonna believe me,
Yeah.
but I was surprised by the D Hop trade for this reason too. Because Rep Reach has an age limit. You don't really fuck with people who are 30.
So why do you think he changed his mind now?
Because he did. Now he did want D Hop 2 years ago when he left Arizona. He
Okay.
wanted D Hop, but D
Yeah.
Hop chose the money over going for a Super Bowl. You
Hey,
know what I'm
respect.
saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And look, man, go get your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna tell no player not to go get your money.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Brett Veach, he wanted him. He wanted him in 2 years. We talking 2 years ago. He wanted Odell. Those are the two players he wanted, and both of them chose to do what they do and go get their money. Like I said,
Odell not going to y'all was a blessing, bro.
yeah, it was.
That was a blessing, bro. Shout out to Odell. But
Yeah, it was. But I was surprised by him going to get D Hop. You know what I'm saying? Because he usually does not. Brett Veach is more so. Let me get the guy who used to be a former first round pick, former second round pick, who's not working out at the situation at the end. You see the potential in the kid, but let's put him in our system and let's try to get the best out of him. That's what they try to do with Kadarius Toney. You know what I'm saying? The Kadarius Toney trade was that. Yeah. He's not working out in New York. You see the potential in the kid. Let's bring him over. In year one, it low key worked, and then after that, it just went to shit. Now, but I was surprised. Now, as far as Cooper Kupp being in trade talk, I was not surprised at all. I think they want to get him off the books, and I think they feel comfortable with Puka being the number one, Tutu Atwell being your number two, and then probably Demarcus Robinson being the three.
I hear what you're saying. I was still a little bit surprised because I think they still have an opportunity to make the playoffs. Like the NFC West is just weird this year, especially with all the injuries with San Francisco, Arizona, Seahawks. You know, they're like Jekyll and Hyde. So I think the moment you can get both of those guys back, I think it makes them even more explosive. That's why I'm like I wouldn't like if this was off season, like end of the year, I wouldn't have been surprised. But I think just with the capabilities of that this team can still achieve. Like I think they still can achieve winning the division. I think they still can achieve, having a surprise playoff run. I think it's still capable, still possible, especially the position that they're in. I don't know. I just feel a little weird. If he does get traded, where do you think he would go if he does get traded?
I can see him going to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I think Pittsburgh could use another receiver. He could be a good, bounce off of George Pickens, who's more of a 50-50 crazy catch type dude.
Yeah.
Whereas in Cooper, like you just said, he's good, precise. Him and Russ will probably have a good, chemistry with each other. And he'll be a good locker room guy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about it. Maybe he could help out George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reel him in or whatever. Right. Where else can I see him? I'm thinking of more teams that if he goes to them, he'll take them over the hump.
I think the Ravens got to be one.
Yeah, Ravens is up there, but do they really need him?
I'm not. Do they need him? I think they do. I'm not saying. Look, I get it with the running thing with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. You still got Zay Flowers. You still got Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews.
I think Bateman looks better.
He does. But it wouldn't hurt to add another set of hands, like especially with Cooper Kupp. You can put him in the slot or you can have him on the outside. I think he could play in different spots on that offense. So I think it would just be better. I think them having a precise route runner would help this team a lot. I think a person like that, a possession style receiver, would help in a situation like that against a Chiefs defense. Because like I get it, like yeah, we all like Zay Flowers, yeah, we all like Rashad Bateman, but how much fear do those guys really put in you? You know what I mean? Like Zay Flowers has his moments. He does have his moments, but
Mhm.
if you had Zay, Rashad, and Cooper Cup, along with Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews, I think you guys will have a little bit more fear to go along with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. You guys will have a little bit more fear than that. And then plus Cooper Cup is a bigger body. You know what I mean? He's bigger than Zay Flowers. He's about
Yeah,
probably the same size as Rashad Bateman. He might even be a little bit bigger than Rashad Bateman. So,
yes,
so having a big receiver like that, I think that would help him as well. Another sleeper one, maybe the Commanders, man. I get it. People aren't going to have them as Super Bowl contenders because of a young quarterback. But if you add him along with a Terry McLaurin, I think they can win this division easy. Me personally, as long as Jaden Daniels is healthy, and I get it, he has his rib injury right now that he's going, but it's not really that serious where people should worry about him missing. I think too many games. He might miss this week, but I think he'll be back in the next week if he can't. So I think that's another squad that you can look at, and then you know what? Don't sleep on don't sleep on it. The Lions, or the Eagles. They always try to add somebody on their goddamn team. You know what I mean? Not saying they would do it,
there's a
not saying they
team.
need them, but
There's a team out here that they definitely desperately need some more firepower.
who
The Dallas Cowboys.
they do. Don't sleep on the Niners too. I know they
Yeah,
wouldn't do it in the division, but
yeah, we'll do a
they
division.
wouldn't do it. But
But I'm saying Dallas. If Dallas got Cooper Cup, they're gonna be better.
yeah, that's another team. I just don't see Jerry Jones doing that.
But personally, I think they should go get Travis Etienne. That's what I think they
I
should
like
go.
that. I like the ETN thing. I wouldn't
Tank
mind that.
Bigsby has clearly took over the number one role over there. They clearly like Tank better at
Yeah, for
receiver.
sure. And
So
Tank's kind of earned it. Like I
yeah,
get it with ETN. His injury history has been an issue. His inconsistencies have been a little bit of an issue. But that team has way more problems than just get trying to get rid of ETN. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if they're a team that kind of like goes in a wholesale type of. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence ain't going nowhere. Tank Bisbee ain't going nowhere.
I see
Maybe
Christian Kirk possibly getting traded.
yeah, Brian Thomas ain't going nowhere. Those are the only people on the offensive side that aren't getting touched. You look at the Browns. I think the Browns could be another situation where they can be on the wholesale. Obviously there's rumors about Myles Garrett. I don't know if that would be possible, but with
I think the other guy on the line, Zadarius Smith, could be.
Zarius Smith too, but I think at the Browns, you got to look at everything right now, especially with
Mhm.
that Deshaun Watson contract. That Deshaun Watson contract, it's 75, was it? Like how much is it? Like 70 or 60 million or something like that for the
Something like
next
that.
2 years or something. It's something crazy. So, and it's like $180 million like cap hit or something like that.
Mhm.
So it's something insane. So they need to figure out because the Browns ain't going anywhere in the next 2-3 years. So if I get it. You don't want to trade a person like Myles Garrett, but it's kind of in a different situation because I know everybody was like trying to say like, oh, Max Crosby, we're good. We have 100 and almost $30 million. Max Crosby ain't going anywhere. Max Crosby probably about to get a re-up here in the next year or the year after just to show him some love. Like, yeah, I get it. We're going through some bullshit, but we're going to throw you some more bread because you deserve it. So I think Max Crosby ain't going nowhere. In a situation like Myles Garrett, they ain't gonna be able to pay nobody. So if you got to clear your books and add some more draft capital, especially all the draft capital that you sent away to the Houston Texans to try to get Deshaun, maybe a Myles Garrett trade might be something that needs to get done to just trying to put some relief onto the. You already got rid of Amari Cooper. You might as well start thinking about it because this team ain't going nowhere. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah. Uh, yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think Max Crosby is your cornerstone. He's
Yeah,
your leader. You know what I'm
he's our
saying?
as I
You
say,
don't
he's our heart.
you don't have he's home. Y'all drafted him, so he's homegrown. So you don't want to get rid of talent like that. It's not like he's just somebody you snatched off of somebody else's roster and brought him in. Um, so to get other free agents and excited to come. I mean, of course, what's going to really get y'all people to come over to play for y'all, even though y'all the Raiders and people like to wear those colors and all that stuff. And Vegas is very alluring to people to come here tax free, all
Yeah.
that stuff, party life out here. Um, Once y'all get a quarterback, whether it be Shador, whether it be Cam Ward, or, if y'all go get a free agent, whatever, quarterback who's reliable, maybe you go get a Matthew Stafford or something. Um,
Don't do this to me. No, don't do that to me, Lord Jesus.
Kyler Murray or something.
I wouldn't be mad at
Uh,
Collar. I would not be mad at Collar.
um, maybe y'all go get somebody like that, but that's gonna get people excited to
Yeah.
to come play for y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and then you got Max as your defensive cornerstone. So if you get the quarterback and the defensive player, you got, like I said, you already got the defensive lead. You get the offensive guy who people are going to believe in, just like people believe in the Texans with CJ Stroud, or even with Green Bay and Jordan Love. Some of the younger quarter now, they're starting to believe in the Commanders with Jaden Daniels, Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams. He's starting to improve. Um, yeah, I wouldn't get rid of Max, especially since y'all already got enough cap space. It's not like y'all need to get him off the books and you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, and free up some cap space. I got 100 and some million. Y'all should be
Yeah, We're
very
we're
active.
we're more than fine. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it makes more sense. Like if you want to try to pry one of the top defensive linemen, Miles Garrett will be the more understandable one just because of the situation that they're in. Like Max Crosby
I
ain't going
agree.
nowhere. Like, and I agree with you. Once I think the Raiders are a sleeping giant. If we can just get a quarterback, I think business is booming. Um, but are there any other players that you have on your radar that could potentially get traded here within the next 2 weeks?
Deontay Johnson. I mean, I think the writing's on the wall. He wants to leave Carolina, and they need to get something for him because he's a free agent after this.
Yeah,
Now, I understand you could probably franchise tag him, but I think that he wants. I think you have a risk of losing him in free agency
100%. Yeah,
if y'all just let him walk. You know what I'm saying? He's not coming back to Carolina. He knows that place is a dumpster fire. So you might as well get something for him. You could at least get maybe a fourth. I can see a fourth or a third or a fourth for him.
where do you see him going?
He can go to like the Ravens. Um, he can go to, who did we just say? A lot of those teams that we just said.
Oh, Ravens,
I think
Commanders,
Arizona would be a good spot
Arizona.
for him.
Yeah, it's potential there. There is potential there. Steelers. We
Hmm.
all say Steelers are.
He can go back to the Steelers, yeah, but I don't know.
If I don't know if he
I don't
wants
know.
to.
I don't know
I
if
don't
he
know if
want to
they'll
go back,
accept him, but
and I don't know if Tomlin wants him back.
yeah, I don't know that.
Um,
If you want to look at more future aspects, maybe the Giants, you know what I'm saying? Maybe
mhm.
add him with Malik Neighbors. I get it, they don't have the quarterback, but they'll get a quarterback next year, and then maybe they can get that. So then you have your 1-2. I think that's another situation that I think Deontay Johnson wouldn't mind, especially with those two guys being. That'll be I think that'll be a really nice 1-2 tandem, Malik Neighbors and Deontay Johnson. Even New England, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe New England tries to
He'd
give
be the
Drake May
number
some
one in
more.
New England for
Yeah,
sure.
give him some more weapons. I think New England makes sense to me as well. Um, Atlanta, I like. Look, I get it. Drake London, people. He just hasn't grown on me. I don't know, maybe you, but he hasn't grown on me.
I don't look.
That's just me. That's just
I think Drake London is. I think his ceiling is he's a very good player. I don't do. I think he's going to be Mike Evans. No, I don't think he's ever going to be a Mike Evans. He's in the same mode as that, but he's not going to be Mike Evans. But I do think he's going to be. He's a good. I think he's in more of a number two than he is a number one.
I think Deontay Johnson can be a one. So that's
Yeah,
why I'm like, maybe add him. You already got,
Mooney,
Mooney and
Ray
McLeod,
McLeod,
Ray McLeod, and all that. And again,
Kyle Pitts.
The Cowboys will be a good situation for him as well.
Hmm.
They need another receiver. As I said,
I I think
maybe the Niners, with the situation that they're in. But I
yeah,
get it; they're in cap hell right now.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay can use it with Chris Godwin and that ankle injury,
He's out
and
for the
Mike Evans
season.
out.
So
So
and
Deontay Johnson there, they need that. They need it desperately too. They're running out of weapons over there. So
but I don't know if they'll trade in division.
Yeah, who knows? As I said, the price got to be right. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're gonna have to probably pay a little bit more within the division. Carolina ain't going anywhere the next couple years, so maybe they won't be tripping about it too much. You know what I mean? So,
Speaking
um,
of Carolina, Bryce Young, get that man the hell up out of there,
yeah,
man.
me and you both kind of said Rams. Send them to the Rams. Send them to the Rams.
Rams.
Um, that's a situation they should look into. Would it be sacrilegious to kind of say if things don't go well for this team, you got to kind of consider paying this guy? Would you consider maybe moving off of a Brock Purdy or something like that?
Like trading him?
Not trading him, but you know what? We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. But anyways, I mean, I'm just thinking shit out my ass right now. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who else you may have? Do you have anybody else that could possibly get traded?
Nah, no. I know they said David and Njoku could be a possibility. I think Cleveland is just gonna have a fire sale. Anybody can go. I can
Mhm.
see, Elijah Moore. He could be intriguing. He's a good like speedy guy. You can put in the slot somewhere.
Yeah.
So if somebody needs some speed. Maybe a Dallas Cowboys go get him to be a speed guy. Um, I'm trying to think of some running backs. Maybe running backs
Um.
usually easy to
Yeah, I
get
don't
rid
know.
of.
Yeah, maybe I think maybe the Dolphins even try to consider maybe trading one of their running backs. You know what I mean?
Most
Like a Mostert. Even think about Achin. Like I
No,
like
you
Achin.
keep Achin because that's your future. Him and
Maybe,
Jalen
maybe,
Wright.
but how
Because
for
him
how
and
long? How long, man? Achin can't
he
stay
gets
healthy,
hurt.
dog.
I
He
know he
can't
gets
stay
hurt
healthy,
a
bro.
lot.
You know what I mean?
But
So
most
I,
they can't either.
I think you could probably get a little bit more for Achin just based on
Yeah,
his age. You know what I mean? Like Raheem Mostert ain't bad. I think Raheem Mostert has looked better this year than Achin
yeah,
has for the
yeah.
most part. So I think that's something you can do. And then you can always draft a running back next year. I'm trying to think some like off the wall type trades, maybe like some out of the blue ones. Uh, I don't
Would you
see.
tra-
Go ahead.
would you trade Kyle Pitts?
I would. They're not using them. They're not using them at this point. They might as well
They're
trade
using them.
Bijan. They might as well trade Bijan too, because they don't use him enough either. Free Bijan, because goddamn,
I think they've
you
been
got an
using
all-time
Kyle.
running back.
I think they've been using Kyle a lot more this year than they have in years past.
Maybe, but they still don't feature him enough as far as like getting him the ball enough. He needs volume. He just needs that. It doesn't seem like they scheme enough for him. Like they don't
Yeah.
design plays for
I
around him.
think it's hard. I think they don't know how to use him because he's not the typical tight end. Like because he's slender. He's a slender big. He's built like a wide receiver, a big body wide receiver. So
Get creative. You trying to tell me Ben Johnson couldn't find? He could find
of
ways to get
course,
Lyman the ball. You trying to tell me he can't
of
find a way to
course,
get Kyle Pitts the ball? Come
of
on, man.
course, he can.
If you're an offensive coordinator and you can't find a play to get Kyle Pitts the ball, you need to be fired as an OC. If you can't find a way to get Bijan Robinson the ball more, you need to be fired as an OC. Like that's the issue. That's a problem. Um,
You
could you
think
see
any?
anybody? Huh? Go ahead.
You see any corners possibly getting traded?
Corners. That's a good question.
I could see the boy from Carolina, J.C. Horn. I could see him get traded.
I could. I like J.C. Horn. If he does get traded, hey Raiders, man, give him a call, bro. We need some corners. We need some corners. How long do you think L'Jarius Sneed stays with the Titans?
I think he's gonna be there like maybe next year, and then he's out of there.
I think there's a possibility. I'm not saying he's going to get traded this year, but I think there's a possibility. L'Jarius Sneed. I hate to say this. I think he's going to find his way back to the fucking Kansas City Chiefs, dog. I think it's going
We'll
to.
see.
I think he's going to find a way.
I don't
I
know.
think he's going because he's playing fucking terrible this year. He's not playing good this year. Was it the Veach system that made him good?
I think his
Not the
knee.
Veach system, but a Spagnolia system.
It could be. I mean, it could be Veach's system. I mean, Spags' system. Because Jalen Watson, before he went down, he was playing really good,
Yeah.
and that was the question: who can, I mean, even you had the question of who can replace a L'Jarius Sneed, and I think the defense was doing pretty good with Jalen Watson and Trent, and then we had our rotation of safeties out there that help out too. So, and then our defensive line have been playing pretty good. I can't wait till we get Charles Omenihu back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think Legarius is gonna be there for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I could see now. What I could see is a scenario where that knee, because that's the main reason why we traded him. It was Chris Jones, of course, but because we made a choice.
He has knee problems.
Yeah, it was he had a bad knee. He has a bad knee, and they had to keep that knee right all year. Like he was week to week, every week
Oh
last
yeah, I
year
remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
because that knee was really messed up. So, and
I'm surprised he
that
was
was
able to pass
that
it.
was and that's what was holding up the trade talks. Remember, Detroit was going to come and get him,
Yeah.
but then they were like, nah. And then I think it was Atlanta, and then they were like, nah. And then Tennessee finally was like, bump it, we'll get him.
Maybe the medical reports were worse than we thought.
Maybe that's why we had to accept what we accepted. I think that's why the trade, the
Nah, it makes
trade,
more sense.
you know what I'm saying? That's why we got because a lot of people were mad, like, oh, I wanted a second round in the first round. Like, no, you ain't gonna get no first and no second
Nah,
round.
that makes more sense. I
A
thought y'all would have
20,
got a little bit more for
a
him.
20, a 28-year-old with a bad knee, you ain't getting that much, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Nah, like when you explain it like that makes more sense because even I was kind of questioning, like, damn, that's how y'all got for him. But nah, after
Now,
you kind of
now
explained
I
that, it
will
makes
say this: Tennessee is looking bad. That third round pick we got from for next year is looking mighty, mighty good. Now,
sense. Yeah, for real.
keep on losing,
Same
Tennessee.
same with the Jets. Like I was hoping to get the second round pick, but if we can't, I'll take a nice third. I ain't mad.
Mhm.
Especially because somebody made a really good point. They were kind of saying like how the drafts moving forward could be oversaturated because of the NIL deals. A lot of these players are going to stay a little bit longer, so them third rounders could really look like second, maybe end of first round type players. So I think
Mhm.
that would be an interesting thing. Third round picks might be more valued than ever before, especially with the NIL deals for third, fourth rounders. So it should make the draft a little bit more interesting with that.
Mhm.
I had an interesting thought. Like you're Seattle, would you consider trading one of your receivers, i.e., probably most likely Tyler Lockett, to try to get Jackson Smith and Jigma more of a role? Would you consider that?
Um, I would consider. I would listen to offers for Tyler Lockett most definitely.
Yeah.
If Dallas comes calling and
Yeah.
they was like, "Hey man, let's get Tyler Lockett," then I'm gonna listen.
Mhm.
Now, what would be the asking price? Because he's an older player. What do you accept for Tyler Lockett? A third, a fourth?
I would assume maybe a fourth. I would say a fourth, especially with his age. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's a pretty durable player. I know he has his little nicks, but every player does. But I think
I
for the
mean,
most
he's
part
a
he
small guy.
plays. I
He's a
think for the
smaller
most part he
guy.
plays. I think he's a tough guy for
No,
his
he
size.
is.
You know what I'm saying?
He
So
is. I mean, because before they restructured his contract, a lot of people thought a lot of Chiefs fans thought Tyler was coming because that's where he's from.
yeah,
He's from KC. His pops played for the Chiefs back in the day. So a lot of people wanted Tyler Lockett to come to the Chiefs, but they
right.
restructured his contract, and he was like, "Oh, he's staying."
Yeah, yeah,
You know
no,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But see, that's going to be enticing too that they restructured his contract to lower his cap space, his cap salary. So now he'll really be a good chess piece to move off of. But see, here's the thing: is that him and Gino have a kind of a chemistry. You know what I'm saying? I get
Kind
it.
of, but I'm just like it gets to a point where you invested so much in this Jackson Smith and Jigba. You
Mhm.
got to give him the chance to be able to thrive. You got to give him that opportunity to at least be able to showcase if he's a
Yeah.
one, a two, because I think he's just been muddied within the Tyler Lockett Metcalf experience where he's just like, oh, it's third fiddle. Because yeah, Geno Smith, he has a rapport with Tyler Lockett. Yeah, Geno Smith has a rapport with Metcalf. He's going to be more comfortable with them, but they don't feature. Me personally, like I'm not sitting here saying like I watch every snap of every Seahawks game, but for
No,
the most part, anytime I watch it, Jackson Smith and Jigba is like an afterthought for the most of the part.
yes,
You don't even see him on you be forgetting he's even playing at times. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I just think it's something they need to look at, especially where they're at. It's not like they're 4-3. Yes, they still have an opportunity to
Win that
win the
division.
division.
Mhm.
But it's not like Tyler Lockett is out there, putting up 8 catches for 135 yards and like 2 TDs. I think the numbers that Tyler Lockett is getting, I think Jackson Smith and Jigba should be able to still get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you agree?
No, I agree. Like I said, if you're gonna trade somebody, it would be him. And look, you losing Tyler Lockett, you still got enough offense in that wheelhouse to still put up points with those two running backs. You got Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. He's a really good running back. Um, and then you got Noah Fant, the tight end, who's really pretty. He's starting to come into his own. He really didn't, do his thing in Denver, but with Seattle, he's starting to play a little bit better. Um, and like you said, you get DK, you got Jackson Smith. I'm sure they got another receiver over there that we probably not, really talking about, but that can, fill in for that third receiver spot. So, yeah, because personally, I think, and I know they're getting some guys healthy on that defense. They actually just traded for somebody because they traded. They trade. They trade Cleveland.
Who? To
Somebody. It might have been Tennessee again. But I know Seattle traded somebody for a linebacker. They got Jerome Baker.
Oh yeah, it might have been Tennessee.
Was it
It
Tennessee
might have
again?
been. It might have been Tennessee. Yeah, it might have been
Well,
Tennessee.
yeah, they traded. I think they swapped linebackers because they had Ernest Jones and they traded for
Yeah, it was
Jerome
Tennessee.
Baker.
It was Tennessee. Yeah, Seahawks trade Baker, pick Titans linebacker Jones. Yeah, yeah,
So they trying to booster up that defense. I know their defensive line was banged up. I know they're getting some guys back on that defensive line. That's why when they faced Detroit Lions, you know, they didn't have all their guys on their defensive line that
yeah,
could rush the passer. That's why what's the name was so perfect because they ain't no really been no pass rush. Um, but Seattle's in a weird spot. They're in that spot where it's like if they possibly can add a piece here, what I'm saying, they take them over the top, then possibly, they can make a run, especially in that division.
yeah. No, for real, for real.
Especially, you might want to see if you're Seattle, you see that, you see San Francisco banged up. Arizona's, they still kind of like, they still in rebuild mode, over there. They're competitive, but they're in rebuild mode. And then the Rams, they're banged up too. Yeah, they're getting healthy, but they're still banged up and they're young over there. So it's just like, especially on the defensive side, it's just kind of like, this is a perfect opportunity for Seattle to possibly get that division. So why not go get somebody that can help y'all out?
Yeah. Are you surprised the Saints have stayed pat? We haven't really heard much. Like obviously they seem like they re-signed Alvin Kamara. I was surprised that they weren't strongly considering trading him and
Me
some of the
too.
other parts, like maybe a Tyrone Matthew
Mhm.
or I would even strongly consider trading Derek Carr to the New York Giants or something if they if they came and asked just to see what's up. I'm honest, how surprised are you? Do you expect the Saints to do anything at all?
I wouldn't be surprised if they take some phone calls,
Yeah.
especially if they like Bobby. We'll just play Spencer Rattler for the rest of the year. Might as well trade Derek Carr somewhere.
Yeah.
And
All right.
like you said, the Giants, they could be a possibility. Who else needs a quarterback?
Giants need a quarterback. The Dolphins, they need they get
Mm,
Tua back, but you
they
just
get
never
to
know
it
with
back.
that situation. Tennessee, they need a quarterback. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
there's some, and it's like, yo, man, you put Marshawn Lattimore out there, what I mean, maybe a Willie Gay. You still got, some other cats on that
Cam
team that
Jordan.
Cam Jordan, you know what I mean, Tyrone Matthew. Like
Mm,
you still got cats on there that could potentially get traded. You know what I mean? So,
mm,
no, I'm we'll see. Obviously, we still got 2 weeks left, and obviously things are gonna probably pick up here a little bit. You're starting to see NFL be a little bit more like the NBA with these trades, man. You're starting to see a little bit more of them, bigger names and stuff like that. So it should be interesting.
yeah, for sure. All right, man. Let's talk college football, bro.
It's a
All right, man. We got some big games this week, man. Let's kick it off with Thursday. I thought this game, when I saw this game, I thought it was interesting. You got Syracuse versus Pitt. I think Pitt is ranked what 18. Syracuse is 5-1, so they're rolling right now. This could be
yeah,
a positive. If they beat Pitt, they'll probably get into the top 25, possibly. So I think this is a big game. Kyle McCoy, he's been playing really good this year for Syracuse. Pittsburgh, they got a nice quarterback over there too. So this is gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. But I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh in a close game.
I'm gonna ride with you. we seen it. You know, Syracuse was able to come out to UNLV and put on an impressive performance on the road. Um, I get it. Most people would consider UNLV a hostile environment, but I was there. It was pretty hostile environment. It was a loud environment, so they were able to handle their own. Um, I'm gonna take Pitt though. I'm gonna go with the home field advantage though. I think they've been really good. Would I be surprised if Syracuse pulled off the upset? I would not be, but
Me neither.
I'm gonna ride with the home squad and Pitt.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, Thursday or Friday, because that game is on Thursday. Friday, we got in home number 17 Boise State coming here to face UNLV. I will be at that game. Shout out to the homie Rob. Will be there full
Yeah,
force representing for the squad. But this is a big opportunity for UNLV, man. Heisman League, Ricky White. All eyes are gonna be on y'all, man. Y'all gonna be on prime time for sure, for sure.
yeah.
Because everybody's gonna want to see Ashton Genty get off and have his Heisman moment.
Uh,
So I think it's gonna be a close game, but I got UNLV pulling the upset, man. I think that home crowd and everything going on, I think this offense is gonna roll. Their pass defense is horrible, so I think Ricky White's gonna have a great game. And that tight end that we got too is gonna have a good game. So I got us winning, man, in a high scoring game, but I got UNLV winning.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, you'll be better luck than I was because when I went to Syracuse game, we did not win, and hopefully the rest don't screw us out of a game. Look, man. I think this might be the game of the week for sure. As far as this entertainment value, this is going to be a high scoring game. This to me is just going to be dependent who can get just a couple stops. You know what I mean? Who can get the 2-3 stops that you're going to be able to get from these defenses. I'm going to be really intrigued to talk to you on Monday just to get your perception on how Genty looks in person and
Mm-hmm.
just how explosive he is in person, how big he looks in person. Um, I'm very curious, but I'm gonna ride with my boys. I'm gonna ride with UNLV. I'm gonna rock with them. I think if they do get this win, I think they have a really strong chance of being ranked again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna ride with my UNLV Rebels, man. Show love. I think Ricky White has a really good game. I don't think that defense can stop them. I think Heisman League gonna have a really good game. I think
Mm-hmm.
our defense is better than Boise State's. Not saying we're gonna stop Genty from getting 150, 100, 200 yards. Not saying that because if we can do that, put us in the playoff right now. I've been said it. UNLV can beat Bama right now. But look, I think UNLV gonna win. I think this is gonna be a barn burner. I wouldn't be surprised if this went into overtime. We went in at OT. I could see it being like a 50 to like 445 type of game.
I hope so. I hope it's one of them high scoring games. So then let's go to Sunday. We got Notre Dame going against Navy.
Yeah,
Navy's been really good this year. They're undefeated.
yeah.
Notre Dame, they've been playing really good ball lately. This is going to be a good game right here. I'm going with Navy, man. I think Navy's going to pose some problems for Mr. Marcus Freeman. I like Marcus Freeman. Shout out to the brother, man. I don't
Yeah.
want him to lose. But still, I think Navy going to pull that upset and win, man. I think the midshipman is going to be in high pride. I think all them Navy Academy Navy people are going to be out there shouting and screaming. And boy, I think that's going to be a hostile environment. I'm going Navy.
I agree with you, my brother. Like, look, MetLife gonna go crazy, and I think there's gonna be a lot of soldiers in that stadium saluting and giving those boys a head nod. And I think a lot of people really want to see the Navy Army game at the end of the year being for a playoff spot. I think that would be a sight to see, especially with everything going on in our country right now with this election and all that. I'm sure all of us are exhausted from that and are ready for this to be over. But
I'm
at the
calling
end
my phone.
facts, calling, texting,
Texas.
emailing,
I ain't
uh,
voting for you.
you know what I mean? Sky messages, like, bro, like it's just we're over this ghetto atrocity of an election. So at the end of the day, I'm riding with the Navy. I'm riding with the soldiers. I think they do run all over this Notre Dame team. Obviously, Notre Dame is a tough squad. Their defense, they have been playing a lot better ever since that NIU loss, but we have seen Notre Dame lose. We have seen them lose, and I'm gonna say that Navy's a lot better than Northern Illinois. So I'm going.
And
I'm
that
going.
quarterback is not just a runner; he can
No,
throw.
he can throw. They
Navy
got some. They got some. They got some talent on that
Yeah.
squad. They do. So, yeah, I'm rolling with the Navy. I'm rolling with the soldiers.
If Notre Dame gonna win, Riley Leonard's gonna have to rush for at least 100 something yards.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
We got number 20, Illinois, trying to play spoiler to Oregon, number one Oregon. Now, we all see what happens when a team gets the number one spot.
Yeah, we have. It hasn't been good. Hasn't been good.
Every time nobody wants this number one spot. And so you got to put Oregon on upset alert. But they're in Oregon, so I'm gonna take them. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be that Oregon crowd is gonna be too hype. They're gonna be too high. Illinois has been playing really good ball, and I don't tell you, I think it's gonna be a closer game than what people give credit for. But I think Oregon just pulls it out at the
Nah, I think it was really impressive. What I get it, they were playing against Purdue, but I think coming off that big game with Ohio State and how dominant they looked against
end.
Purdue
Hmm.
just shows that those boys are ready. You know what I mean? I think they've been playing better ball every week. Obviously, from the way they started at the beginning of the year to where they're at now, it's a totally different team. They look like the squad that we've all expected this to be. And Dylan Gabriel, man, he's putting on a Heisman style performance, man. We can't sleep on him being a Heisman candidate as well. So I think Oregon wins, and I think they win big.
Okay. My Missouri Tigers. My Missouri Tigers. Going against Bama in Tuscaloosa. Brady Cook said he's not. They look like he's not going to be able to play. He's
Yeah.
doubtful. And with that being said, I'm sorry, Missouri. I cannot pick y'all to win this game. I know Alabama has not been playing good ball, but unless this backup, Drew Payne, I think his name is, has an outer mind performance and Luther Burden goes off for 250 yards and two touchdowns or whatever, I just don't see it. I got Alabama winning.
Um, I'll be honest with you. No one knows who the hell is going to win this game. No one knows. I guess I'll pick Bama just based on how desperate they need to win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Obviously, they have the huge game next week with LSU. So, I
Hmm.
mean, and I think the majority of people will probably pick LSU to win that game, especially with it being in the LSU. Uh, so I'm gonna roll with Bama just on that belief alone. I think they'll play more desperate. Obviously, you don't have your starting quarterback. Obviously, Missouri has played awful on the road so far against big competition. So, and they just haven't looked right. So, it seems like it's going to be a pretty disappointing year for Missouri, especially with the expectations that a lot of people have for that team.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Bama. I think they'll win. I think. Especially having a new quarterback, he could give him some juice. We don't know. He could give Luther Burden some life. You know, free my man, get him to the draft in peace. And yeah, man. So I'm a roll with Bama.
Uh, Speaking of LSU, you got number 8 LSU going to Texas Station, Texas A&M. This is gonna be how you talking about hostile environment, boy. LSU, are you? Hopefully, you're not looking ahead to Alabama. Take Texas A&M very, very serious. Take it
Oh yeah,
from me.
yeah,
Take it from me. Oh, you'll be looking up and you'll be getting mud stomped.
true.
um, I'm gonna be honest. I have a tough time seeing who I'm picking this game. If it was in Louisiana, I'd probably pick LSU. But I'm gonna take Texas A&M, man, with the upset.
Okay, okay.
I just think Texas Station is just a different animal, man. That crowd is just
Oh
crazy.
yeah, especially at night.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at your pick, but I'm gonna take LSU. I think they've been battle tested. USC game and the Ole Miss game and stuff like that. Obviously Texas A&M has had they played some big games. Mizzou, Notre Dame. They lost the Notre Dame game, even though it was a close game.
Yeah.
Um, I don't. I think LSU will win this game. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I don't expect no blowout or anything like that, but I think those boys will be ready, and I'm going to take LSU. I can see them winning by like 3 points or something like that.
Yeah. Then last game, last but not least, you got Cincinnati traveling to Colorado. The Buffs coming off of a big win over Arizona State. Um, Now they got Cincy rolling in town. Cincy's been playing really good ball this year. I think this is gonna be a high scoring game. But I'm gonna roll with Colorado. I think they keep the streak going. I think Shador Sanders has a big game. I think Travis Hunter has a big game. And yeah, I got Colorado winning possibly by a touchdown.
It's kind of crazy with this Colorado team. They've looked more impressive on the road than they have at home.
Damn.
That's just been the case so far. But I'm a roll. I'm a roll with the future Raiders quarterback Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, probably the future.
Carson Beck is on this one.
No. No. And then see my dog's cussing you out. She even knows. No, I'm a roll with Shador and Travis Hunter and Dion. I think they'll win this game. I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, very entertaining game. But I think they'll win. I think they'll end up winning by like 10 points.
Yeah. All right, man. That's the college slate.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. It's a new game we about to play.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Yeah. So, would you rather? Obviously, we're gonna kind of do it a way where I'll give you. So it's between Beck, Ewers, and Gabriel. Would you rather have them or the quarterback that I say that's in the NFL? Are you ready, sir? I got a solid 10 right here.
Let's go.
Okay. So, would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Aiden O'Connell?
Back a any of those three.
Any of those three. All right. It's easy. You know what I mean? We'll get a little harder. Number 2, would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Daniel Jones?
Any of those three.
Okay. All right. Get a little interesting. Would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Aaron Rodgers?
Any of those three.
So you think the Jets will do that?
No. They're scared of Aaron Rodgers.
They are. All right. Would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or the combination of Russell Wilson and Justin Fields?
I'd take the young quarterbacks.
Okay. You would give up on the experiment with Justin Fields?
This is a 1-year thing. And then I'm done.
You're done. Okay. I ain't mad at you. All right. Next up, would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Derek Carr?
Them young boys.
Young boys. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad. Next up, would you have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Tua Tagovailoa?
I'm not the biggest Tua fan, so give me the young guys.
Young guys. I think with the head
and the injuries, yeah, the concussions situation, yeah.
Okay. Next up, would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence?
I'm starting to think this is kind of a lateral move, so just keep Trevor Lawrence.
Keep Trav? You want to take not one of them over Trav?
Yeah, just give me Trevor Lawrence. It's a lateral move.
Carson Beck, you would say no? You would just be like,
I'll keep Trevor.
Okay. Next up, would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or my God, Kyler Murray?
Kyler. Give me Kyler.
Kyler? Over all three?
Yeah. Over all three.
Okay. Last two. Make it a little interesting. Would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Philadelphia's own Jalen Hurts?
Over those three, give me Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. Even after everything, Carson Beck, Ewers, all that.
Yeah.
If it was Shador or Cam, you'd be like,
I'm all in. I'm all in.
If it was Shador or Cam, I'll probably take a Shador and Cam over
all of them. All of them.
All of them. All right. Last up. Would you rather have Beck, Ewers, or Gabriel, or Brock Purdy?
That's interesting. I'll probably take the young boys.
I think I will go with. I'll say this. I probably would take Carson Beck over Brock Purdy. Yeah. I might take Brock Purdy over the other two. I might.
Definitely
because size wise, I think Gabriel's probably a little bit smaller than Brock Purdy. He might even be the same size. I think Quinn Ewers and Brock Purdy I think they're probably similar to me. I think they're similar quarterbacks.
Yeah, because Quinn is 6'3".
Yeah, I think they're similar as far as like style and play. You know, we saw Quinn Ewers having issues with Georgia's defense, so yeah. All right, man, that's it.
All right, man. Let's do our better short five picks, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead.
All right, man. Let me do. Let's see. I'll do. I'll do the Minnesota Vikings -3. I'll hit that. I will also take. Let me get the San Antonio Spurs +8. I'm gonna take them +8. Not saying they're gonna win the game, but I think Victor Wembanyama will have a nice song, keep it close. I think with them trying to work Klay Thompson in and all that, I think it might be a little iffy. Then plus, I don't think Kyrie and Luka have been playing a lot as far as like in the preseason. And then I will also take. Sorry guys, I'm doing this on the fly right now. Forgot to do it. Um, I will take. I'll take the over on the Boston Celtics Washington Wizards game. I'll take the over 232. Boston might score 200 by themselves at this point. The way they playing.
Let me get UNLV on the money line. Let me get Miami -21 over Florida State. Let me get Navy +13 over Notre Dame.
Okay.
And then let's do tomorrow's game. What's the odds on that? I'll probably take Minnesota money line.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Minnesota money line.
I ain't mad at that.
Let's see what's baseball hitting for. Give me the over 8.5, maybe.
For sure.
A lot of hits. Watch them dudes like 2-1.
I ain't mad at that.
All right, man. If you go to any of our social media websites or social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever, you see the link for the Bet US website. Go there. First time users only. Bet a minimum of $100 up to $5,000. Your first 3 bets. Oh, put in the promo code JOIN125. You get 125% sign-in bonus, which means you'll get 3 risk-free bets. That means that if you bet 3 times $100 and you lose, you keep your $100. So what better deal than that? Go ahead and sign up now. Go to Bet US and get you some money, man. Or keep the money that you put in the account.
That's good.
All right, man. It's time for Maul's favorite segment, random news.
Mm-hmm.
It is now time for Maul's random news.
What's up, everybody? Random news here. Obviously, sponsored still by nobody. Hopefully, that changes here pretty soon. Chris's favorite topic, everybody's favorite topic. We keep this short and sweet, man. We ain't gonna go too long with this. First up, Marlon Wayans admits to trying to hypnotize his trans child in an attempt to prevent their transition. He says he was ashamed. What are your thoughts on this?
No comment, man.
No comment? Come on, man. You gotta have a comment on this, man.
I'm staying away from that subject, man.
Come on, man.
You trying to get me in trouble.
Man.
You trying to get me in trouble. You trying to set me up, man.
I'm trying to set you up. It's all this conversation.
Hey,
no
man.
Comment.
I can't tell somebody what to do with their child, man. I can't tell nobody what to do. Yeah, I hear you, Mark. Yeah, he hypnotized his child, his transgender child. Yeah.
Hey, man. Let me see. In other news, seems like Devontae Adams is not really happy with the Jets. Seems like he says, he made a little comment saying a lot of these guys in here haven't been anywhere else where they've won and had that urgency that takes to be a good team. This team being so talented, it's a waste to have a dead sideline like that, obviously with the energy that was on the sideline. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's too early for Devontae Adams already like trying to be, Mr. get the team up guy, or what are your thoughts?
Um, there's a movie, great movie, football movie. Remember the Titans. Uh, there was a part where Gary Bertier and Julius Campbell just came from doing 2 days. And he said, "Hey man, that's a poor attitude." And he said, "Attitude reflects leadership." So, sir, the sideline is a reflection of the man who throws the football to you, Aaron Rodgers.
Hmm.
That's why they look like that. Do you see that at the Kansas City Chiefs? No. Do you see the Ravens somber and hanging their heads low? No, they over there party and have a good time because Lamar Jackson is over there. You see CJ Stroud and Stephon Diggs and Nico over there crying? Nope. Romeo Dobbs had his little problem, but they over there chilling with Jordan Love.
A little bit. He had a little bit of problems. Yeah, a little bit.
They way more happier than when Aaron Rodgers was over there.
I just find it funny that he left our team to go to this mess. I still find that as comedy. That's just me.
You made your bed, just sleep in it.
That's facts. That's facts. Do you think do you think he's speaking up too soon? You have a problem with that?
He ain't been there long enough to speak up.
Hey man, hey, I'm just saying. Already, hey, somebody put in this. Somebody said, "Hey, get ready for another trade request for 2 weeks from now." From my man Devontae.
And be on the Ravens.
In other news, from People Magazine, Liam Neeson plans to retire from action films by the end of next year. How do you feel about it? And what is your favorite Liam Neeson action movie?
Dark Man.
Why Dark Man?
I don't know. Like Dark Man. Nah, it's taken. Let's take
What was your favorite Taken? 1 or 2?
1. 2, it's got ridiculous after that. After a while, it's like, all right, man. Everybody's getting snapped.
Facts. Taken 1 is cool. Next up, Tom Holland confirms Spider-Man 4 is beginning to shoot in summer 2025. What are your expectations from this? What kind of storyline would you like to see? What villain would you like to see being a part of this?
This, I don't know. Probably Venom. Hopefully it's a good iteration of Venom. Lord Jesus. And I love Tom Hardy. I think he's a great actor. I think he could play any role that you put in front of him. But this iteration of Venom is just too goofy.
It's too goofy. Yeah.
This is too silly. And it's just
So
like,
you want it to be Venom, or
I want a Venom story with Tom Holland, but I think they're gonna go with the I wouldn't be surprised if they introduce your boy Miles Morales somehow.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah, I think people would like to get into like more of a Miles Morales version of Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Give Tom Holland a break. Who would play that? Who would you like to see play?
You can get some young kid. Because he got to be younger than Tom Holland. So there's got to be some young kid to play Miles Morales.
Would you want my man from TikTok that does the TikTok Miles Morales? Have you seen him?
I've seen him, but no.
Nah, not good enough for you?
Give me somebody else, man.
Okay, I feel you. Looking forward to that. Last Spider-Man I really enjoyed.
Hey, man, stop trying to make Blade. Just retire it.
Yeah, that Blade shit is sad, but it's over. Mashallah Ali, try something else, my guy. Do something else. In other news, the NBA is likely to commence an investigation into the Philadelphia 76ers involving Joel Embiid, pretty much stating that he's not going to play back-to-backs anymore for the rest of his career. What are your thoughts? Do you have a problem with Joel Embiid saying that? A lot of old former players have had.
I have a problem with that. If I want to take my son to go see the 76ers and your ass ain't playing.
Yeah.
What is wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all?
It hurts. Yeah, it does.
This is what depreciates the game so much. It's not so much the 3-point shots, whatever. We got used to that. You know what I'm saying? We got used to the big man. He shoot threes now. That's cool. Whatever. This is what depreciates the game, is you not playing the game when you're healthy.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're seriously hurt. Okay, Kawhi Leonard, you're hurt. I think respectfully, Kawhi, you need to retire.
Need to retire. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all
I
gotta start playing, man. Start playing.
I agree with you. I just think in the sense with the Philadelphia 76ers, they don't really have too much of a great foundation for being able to
He
support
does a little bit, but he's not dark enough.
yeah, to support this situation, especially with everything that they went through in the past. With you know what I mean, trust the process and all that. And we saw what the process did; it got them nothing. So, and then on top of that, it's just like you don't know why. Why hasn't he been practicing? Why hasn't he been playing in preseason games? Did he get hurt again? Just no information behind the scenes. It's kind of weird. So obviously we understand why Paul George isn't playing. He hyperextended his knee in the preseason. We still don't understand why Joel Embiid is not playing. And then to already outright say you can't play back to backs is pretty asinine, especially with the amount of money you guys get played. So I'm with the older players on this one. Sometimes I think these guys be a little bit like get off my lawn type shit, but I agree with them on this one. So hopefully they can figure out what Embiid. Next up, Rumble CEO predicts that Amazon will shut down or sell off Twitch within 2 years.
Who?
Rumble. Rumble CEO predicts that Amazon, because
Who is
Amazon
Rumble? What is
owns.
Rumble? Wait, what is Rumble?
It's another version of like a Twitch.
Oh,
So like Rumble. So like if you want to watch that slap competition that Dana White has, it's always on there. It's for free, but it's like a version of Twitch. They have their own little thing.
I hear you.
But Amazon, obviously, Amazon owns Twitch. What do you think about this? Like, you obviously Twitches have their problems and stuff like that. So,
What's wrong with Twitch? What happened to it?
just losing money.
They are. I thought everybody went there.
Yeah, but they changed a lot of guidelines and stuff like that. A lot of people have started to go to YouTube. Obviously, Kick has been
Kick,
formed and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Kick is just difficult because because at least on what you can't really connect it to none of the PlayStations or the Xbox, can you? I know you can't
Um,
connect to the PlayStation. Not
No, they
yet.
don't really have an interface where you can like how you like can direct connect to
Mhm.
Twitch or YouTube. They don't really have that. Maybe they will. Kick is a little bit more extreme in the sense of what they allow. You know what I mean? It's a lot of crazy shit that happens on Twitch. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So obviously, with the likes, I know there was a big problem with Twitch not allowing the gambling on there anymore. Obviously, a lot of people think it's been kind of hypocritical with you don't allow gambling, but you allow a chick to be in the bathtub and wear bikinis and promote sexual explicit stuff, but then you won't allow gambling. You know what I mean? It's kind of goes with the guidelines and stuff like that. So um I don't know. I would be surprised if it gets shut down. I don't think it'll get shut down. I think Twitch is just too popular. I think Amazon will end up selling it off. Who will
Mhm.
buy it? I'll be kind of curious to see who will end up buying it. Especially like a person like a place like Amazon with how much money they have. That's Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos, he's pretty much dripping in money right now. So for them to sell it off, there's got to be some issues behind Twitch. So I'll be curious to see who ends up buying it. But
Mark
I don't.
Zuckerberg.
Maybe, you know what I mean? Like they have Meta and all that stuff like that. There might be a possibility with that. Obviously Elon always be trying to buy shit and ruin it. So I don't know how that will work. I wouldn't be surprised if he got involved with that. But if I'm somebody who's on Twitch and has a really good foundation, making some money on that, would I be worried? I'll probably be a little bit concerned. Especially if your foundation is Twitch, if you don't have other revenues
Yeah.
of ways you can stream. I'm sure I feel like a lot of these big time streamers, they do. I think a lot of them multi-stream. They'll do Twitch, they'll do Kick, they'll do YouTube, they'll do some other stuff too. So
Don't
and
Kai Cenat in Twitch like his
Kai
mainstay?
Cenat I think Kai Cenat does Twitch. I think he does TikTok. I don't know if he does YouTube. I don't think he does YouTube. But there are some guys that they do like YouTube, they do
Ack.
Twitch.
I know
Act
Ack.
Act does Kick, Twitch, Instagram Live. He does Twitter Live. He does a lot, so you got to be kind of in that realm. So, kind of like what we do. We kind of go through multifacets. I think that's just a smarter way to play, honestly,
Yeah.
nowadays. So, should be interesting to see. Um, Next up, question: Did you watch the Cardinals Chargers game?
Yes, but no. What
So
about it?
anyways, they had an update. They finally announced their audience. Got 1.8 million viewers. Pretty low for a Monday night primetime game. Do you think this is a sign that NFL should start laying off putting these games behind the paywall? I don't think they'll stop it, but could you see people protesting situations like this more?
I just think it's the game. Personally, I mean, no disrespect to those teams. I just think it's the game. I mean, the numbers have shown when the Cowboys or the Chiefs or the Ravens or one of the top teams is up there, the numbers shoot up. People want to see the good teams play the good teams. They don't want to see two bad teams play each other, or two mid teams like Arizona and the Chargers. That game was mid as hell. That's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Um. Obviously, you got some coming up. I think. What was it? Christmas? Was it Christmas? They got the Netflix games, or was that Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving,
No,
they got the Amazon Prime, right?
the next game we play the Raiders.
Black Friday, right? The Black
Yeah,
Friday game. Yeah, I think it's Christmas. They have the Netflix games because I think
yeah.
it's like the
We play the Steelers
Chiefs,
on Christmas.
Steelers, and then it's Texans,
Ravens,
Ravens, or something
Ravens.
like that. So two good
Hmm.
games. So we'll see how those numbers look when they come about. So should
Hmm.
be interesting. And last but not least, we'll end it with this one. So obviously, if people haven't heard, the WNBA has had a really good year. Obviously with the Caitlin Clark hype, Angel Reese, a great NBA, WNBA finals, great WNBA playoffs, very entertaining. Um, Obviously, I mean, you expect them to be doing pretty well. Well, obviously, you heard, if you haven't heard, the WNBA ladies have opted out of their collective bargaining agreement contract and are going to start negotiations for a new contract. But news came out that the WNBA has not looking so good economically. They lost $40 million this year. Um, Obviously, NBA owners, they control about 42%. There are rumors that the NBA doesn't know if they're going to continue to support it, which would be kind of interesting coming off a year that they do have. And then players like Paige Buchers coming in, Juju Watkins, and stuff like that. You have the other women's league that I think starts up this year. I think Asia Wilson kind of talked about it. I think Kelsey Plum, some of the other aces, and some other players from the WNBA. I think that's the one. Breonna Stewart and all of them are kind of starting
Hmm.
up.
Hmm.
Um, some people are in fear that if the players expect to see $1 million annual contracts, that we could see a long lockout. What are your thoughts on this? With all the news that I provided to you.
It's a difficult spot, man. It really is. It's a difficult spot because these ladies want to get paid their worth. They'll never get paid what the men get paid because it's not a product that gets looked at like the NBA game. Um, but I mean, these women are just gonna have to if they want to get their money, they're gonna have to stand their ground. And, and if you're gonna do this lockout, make sure you can handle it. You know what I'm saying? You got Aja Reese. He already was complaining about the rent.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I saw Cameron's response to that shit. That shit was hilarious too. But look, I'll say this. I hope the ladies play it smart. You don't want to ruin any kind of momentum that you have. We have seen with lockouts, i.e. MLB, some NBA stuff, some NFL stuff,
NHL, NHL.
NHL, where it does happen. It does harpen on stuff. It harpens on the momentum. It slows down the momentum. And coming off a fantastic year, I know I talked my mess about Caitlin Clark, but I mean, she was able to put this. Her and Angel Reese and Asia Wilson and these ladies were able to put the WNBA on a market that we've never seen before. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They've been put on a spotlight. We're getting new players like Paige Buchers, and we'll get Juju Watkins in here, and other young women coming in here to make this league a whole lot better. Um, I want these ladies to get every dollar that they deserve, but at the same time, they should be very reasonable with what they are expecting. Hopefully, they are not expecting the world. They do have to realize this league is still losing money because of everything that's happened in previous years, and hopefully one day this team will start seeing a profit. When they will start seeing a profit, who knows? We expected the numbers to be a lot better coming off a great year. Stadiums are being filled. You got WNBA games that used to be played in smaller arenas now getting played in the NBA arenas and selling them out. So I want these ladies to get everything that they deserve, but at the same time, I do want them to play it a little bit smart. Um, I don't know what I agree. You know, what I mean, the expansion teams. I don't know if that's going to help out. I would love to get Miss Ballin B's take on this. Maybe one day we can bring her on the show and we can get more deep, more in depth with this topic. I would definitely love to hear kind of her feelings about it. So I think this will
Maybe
be something that we definitely revisit here. And
maybe next week we'll try to get it wrong.
yeah, maybe we'll see what's up. But should be interesting. But that's it for random news this week, sponsored by nobody.
Right on, right on. All right, man. So our NFL Week 7 predictions.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
All right, man. Tomorrow we got the Minnesota Vikings coming off a loss from Detroit versus the LA Rams. They're coming off their bye week. Um, I know Cooper Cup is coming back,
Yeah.
um, but it's his first game back, so I don't know how he's gonna look. So I'm gonna roll with Minnesota in this game. I think Minnesota, they want to get back in the win column, and yeah, I got Minnesota. It's gonna be an interesting game for a little bit, but I think they pull away and win by like 7.
Yeah, I think these are one of the games that people don't really look hard onto, but I'm gonna look really hard on this team, especially the Minnesota team, to see if they can bounce back. To me, this is gonna be one of the signs to prove me if they're a legit contender or not. Because these are the games where legit teams will, after a loss, they'll come back and they'll handle their business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
They won't sugarfoot. I get it. It's a Thursday night game. Thursday night games could be a little weird, but we all expect the Minnesota Vikings. They should win this game. If they don't, I think that's gonna put a. I don't. I can't trust this team. So I'm. No, go ahead.
but speaking of Cooper Cup, now they feed him a lot.
You
To
try to
me,
get that. Try to get that trace. It's a possibility, bro. It's a possibility. To show how
he,
healthy he is. I think because at the end of the day, who else are they gonna throw it to? They don't have nobody. Yeah, you got Tutu. Yeah, you do. You still got Kyron Williams and stuff like that. You still have
Demarcus Robinson, he's been playing
Marcus
pretty
Robinson.
good.
Now he's
Yeah,
been playing pretty good, but Matthew Stafford love him some Cooper Cup, dog.
that's what
He
I'm
love him
saying.
some Cooper Cup. He gonna get the ball at least like 16 times, at least. He always has about anywhere from 13 to like 16 to 17 catches every time he's out on that field. So
If he come out this mud with 150 and 2 tubs,
nah, facts. So
they putting that value up. They want that
yeah.
second round pick.
Nah, I'm gonna take the Vikings though. I think that Brian Flores defense, it's been pretty good. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with the Vikings, but I'm gonna pay very close attention to this game.
yeah. On Sunday, you got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Philly's coming off of a big win. Saquon had one of his probably his biggest game to date against his former team, the Giants. The Cincinnati Bengals, they struggle with the Browns every time they play them.
Oh yeah.
Maybe if Deshaun Watson doesn't get hurt, and it's crazy.
Or if they play Jameis Winston sooner.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else?
But it's crazy because last year when Jameis had one of his best games, it was against the Ravens. He brought him back and won and then gets hurt. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Philly. I'm rolling with Philly in this game. I think it's gonna be high scoring, but I think Philly's defense is just a little bit better than the Bengals. So I got Philly winning.
I said it before and I say it again. I don't think the Bengals are a good team. If the Eagles are smart and they do the same thing that they did last week, they feed Saquon the ball, get him going, play off a play action pass. You can get AJ Brown, you can get Devontae Smith. I'm not sure if Dallas Goddard is going to be playing. I know he was dealing with the hamstring, but if he is playing, they will. I think the Eagles should win this game. I think they should. I think the defense can get a little bit of pressure on them, and I think the offense can score on this. They should be able to score on this Bengals defense with ease. They should with the talent that they got. So if they do all those three of those right, I think they
What
should
up,
win.
Dennis?
What up, bro? What's good? What's good?
We got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston will be starting. Baltimore's coming off a huge win over Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson had 5 touchdowns. I think they're going to keep that momentum. I know it's a division game, but I just think I don't know if even if Jameis Winston is starting, they might have a little boost of energy in the beginning, but I still think Baltimore is just a better team, and I got Baltimore winning. I think it's gonna be closer than when people give credit because it's still a division game, but I'm going with Baltimore.
Nah, I think it's gonna be a little bit harder for Derrick Henry to run the ball this
Yeah.
week. I think it's gonna be a little harder. So I think this has to be a Lamar Jackson win style game. Maybe Zay Flowers, maybe get Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews style game. But I'm gonna still take the Ravens. They're the better team. I think Jameis will give them a spark. I think Nick Chubb has given them a spark, giving them kind of like an identity, run the ball, play off a play action pass. Obviously, you don't want to use him up too much. He is coming off a serious knee injury, so you don't want to get him hurt like that. So I don't expect him to get like 30 carries or anything like that. But I'll take the Ravens. I think it'll be.
You watch your mouth, Dennis.
I think they can win I think they can win by like 7 points.
You got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are coming off a big win over Minnesota. Tennessee, they look like they're selling the house right now. They're tanking the season.
Yeah.
Will Levis is not the answer. I think Mason Rudolph probably should start again. I got Detroit winning in big. I think it's gonna be a blowout. Yeah,
This is in Tennessee.
no, it's in Detroit.
Oh, it's in Detroit. Yeah. No. Detroit blowing them out. I was gonna say if it was in Tennessee, I could see Tennessee maybe giving them a game. Detroit, taking them easy type shit. But in Detroit, they're gonna be ready.
You got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Miami Dolphins. Now we don't know if Tua is playing this week. I know they revving him up. He's
I
going to
think
be
he is
practicing.
playing. I think they're leaning toward him playing. So I think that's what Adam
Even
Schefter said.
even with him playing, I'm still going to take Arizona. I think he's going to have to knock off a little bit of that rust. But I'm gonna go with Arizona in a close game. But I got Arizona winning.
I'll say this: if Tua does play, I'm gonna take Miami. I think they'll be inspired with Tua. I think
Yeah,
that offensive line will play hard for him and not try to get him hurt. Tyreek Hill, you see the excitement on his face. I know he's kind of talking about it. Jalen Waddle. This team runs through Tua. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take the Dolphins. If Tua plays, I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Obviously, if he don't, I'm definitely taking the Cardinals. But if he plays, I'm taking the Dolphins.
yeah. You got the New York Football Giants versus the New England Patriots. Drake May, he looked even in a bad loss last week. He actually looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of the Jets. They're in disarray right now. It's not good. Um, I know earlier in this year, the Jets beat New England pretty handily. Um, I'm gonna still roll with the Jets though. I think Brees Hall is gonna have a good game. I think Devontae with a week of another week of practice with the Jets. I think they get Devontae more involved. Garrett Wilson has a decent game. I think Drake may still have a good showing, but I'm a roll with I'm gonna roll with the Jets. It's gonna be closer than what people give credit, but I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Jets got no choice but to win this game. So I'm excited. I'm very. The only matchup I'm probably excited to see is maybe Christian Gonzalez go up against the Devontae Adams, see that youth versus the veteran. I think that would be an interesting matchup. Obviously, he'll probably play Garrett Wilson too. I think Brees Hall has a good game. I think the Jets end up winning this game. If they lose this, then boy oh boy.
It's over. You got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They played earlier this year. It was a crazy game. But Atlanta ended up pulling that out. But I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Tampa Bay just got too many injuries. They have no Mike Evans. They have no Chris Godwin. Um, if they win this game, then it's going to be off the backs of those all three of those running backs are going to have a really good game, and one of those young wide receivers are going to have to step up. But and their defense, they're pretty good, but they're going to have a great game. But I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I think Atlanta wins. Yeah, I got Atlanta winning.
No, I'm gonna go with Atlanta too. They didn't play good at all last week. Um, so I'm gonna take the Atlanta Falcons. If the Atlanta Falcons do lose this game, I think we'll start hearing some noise about maybe Michael Penix maybe getting some play. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised,
yeah.
especially from fans, if Kirk Cousins keeps continuing looking like this. So, yeah, so I'm gonna roll with the Falcons.
You got the Green Bay Packers traveling to Jacksonville. Green Bay's coming off a win over Houston. Jacksonville had the big win over the New England Patriots. I'm gonna go upset. They're in Jacksonville. It's gonna be hot. I think Jacksonville is going to pull this out. I think Tank Bigsby has a really big game. Um, I think they slip up Jordan Love a couple times with a couple of turnovers that gives them short fields, and I think they win the game. I think Sunshine has a solid game. I ain't saying he's going to throw for 300 yards, but I think Brian Thomas Jr. he's going to continue his streak of getting a touchdown, getting in the end zone, and yeah, I got Jacksonville one.
I'm gonna use one of your favorite sayings. Jordan Love anytime interception, book it. Book it. You took my pick. I'm taking the Jags. I think Jordan Love. He's a turnover machine. Yeah, I get it. He does throw 3 TDs, maybe sometimes 4, but he gonna give you about 2 or 3 interceptions right back at you. So I think with Tank Bigsby, I think Trevor Lawrence has been playing a little bit better. Brian Thomas Jr. is one of the more amazing young wide receivers in the game.
Mhm.
And I think this defense has been playing a little bit better. Obviously, they still give up a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna go with the home field advantage. They finally back home in Jacksonville. Maybe they'll get some love, back home after that win against New England. So I'm gonna roll with the Jags. I think the Packers end up losing after get a little let down after that Texans game.
Yeah. You got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Houston Texans. Colts come off of a win. It was a close win, but they won. And then the Houston, they just lost to Green Bay. I'm gonna go with Houston in this game. They're at home. I think their home crowd is going to be great, going crazy. I think CJ Stroud bounces back. He wants to bounce back, get that bad taste out of his mouth, having a horrible game last week. I think Stephon Diggs has a good game, and I think Joe Mixon has a really good game. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Houston in this spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston too. I know that offensive line hasn't really been a big help, but I think Joe Mixon has been playing really exceptional. As long as he's playing, I think he's ran for 100 yards every game for the most part. I think they did trade for Devin White, right? They signed Devin White off of
Signed
wait,
him.
they
Yeah, they
signed him,
signed him.
so I think that'll be a nice pickup. I think that'll definitely help out with the middle of the game communication on the defensive side. So I'm gonna go with Houston. I think Houston bounces back.
Yeah. You got the New Orleans Saints traveling to LA against the Chargers. One that fake fan is going to be there. Um,
You hate that Asian lady. That's crazy.
she's fake, man. You'll never see her no other time. But now they show her.
Let her
Whatever.
rock, bro. Let her rock, bro.
This game's going to be terrible. Uh, Spencer Rattler, he's probably going to have about 2 picks. The Chargers are going to win 10-3.
Yeah, Chargers. That's all y'all say.
J.K. Dobbins is going to have the only touchdown in this game.
Yeah, Chargers. That's all I'm saying. It's just Chargers.
Now, this game's going to be interesting. The Buffalo Bills are traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. The 12s will be in the building. Buffalo, they got Amari Cooper. We're going to see how he looks with a little bit more practice with Josh Allen and other parts around them. Keon Coleman's coming off of a really good game, and
Yeah,
then Seattle's coming off of a big win over Atlanta. They pretty much destroyed Atlanta. Geno's probably best game of the season.
yeah.
Um, I think Seattle keeps the momentum though. I'm gonna roll with Seattle in this spot. I'm gonna roll with Seattle. If they was in Buffalo, I'd have had Buffalo, but in Seattle, we'll go with Seattle in this spot.
So you said Gino had a good game last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gino gonna have a bad game this week. Take the Buffalo Bills, but Bills are winning.
DK is week to week with his injury. Yeah, yeah. Maybe they'll get Jackson Smith and Jigba involved like
Take the
long
Bills,
ones.
bro. Gino ain't gonna have a good game this week, bro. He had his good game for the month.
Now this next game might be in the running for worst game of the week too. Carolina Panthers traveling to the Denver Broncos.
Oh my god.
Denver is gonna win by default. This
Um, I'm gonna go with Panthers. I'm a root for the Panthers. I want Bryce
Me
Young. I want
too.
I want Bryce Young. It's not even about the Broncos. I can give 2 shits about the Broncos.
Yeah.
I want Bryce Young to have a good game. I really do. I'm rooting for Bryce Young. I want him to have a decent game. So I'm a root for the Panthers. I'm gonna pick the Panthers. I know it's probably dumb as hell, but this is more of just I'm rooting for
Yeah.
Bryce Young. I want him to succeed. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Yeah, Bryce Young is starting because what's the name of that car accident?
Yeah, he
Andy
sprained his
Dalton.
thumb or something like that.
Yeah. Uh, Kansas City Chiefs are coming out here to face your Raiders.
Oh my God. Next,
You want your Raiders to
next,
win.
next, next, next,
Chiefs.
next,
I can't talk about
next. No, next, next,
it.
next. We already know what's up. Next, next.
um, Chicago Bears are traveling to Washington. Now this game it could possibly be good, but we got to see how Jaden Daniel. He didn't practice today. We'll see.
Next
Hopefully,
2 days are huge. Next
it's
2 days are
very
huge. Yeah.
huge.
Hopefully he does practice, man. I really want to see this matchup, man. I really do.
If he doesn't practice by Friday, then he's not playing, and then
Yeah,
we're getting Caleb Witt,
Mariota versus Caleb.
Mariota, and in that case, if it's Mariota, then give me Chicago.
Yeah. Um.
But if Jaden Daniels is playing, then give me Jaden. Give
God,
me
I
that.
hope. I God, I hope this. I hope this comes to fruition. I hope he does or is able to play. Um. But with everything going right now, I'm gonna assume that Jaden Daniels does not play. Um. I think they. I think they'll probably strongly consider resting him for the week. I'm gonna take Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. I think they win. I think it's in Chicago, right, or is it in DC?
It's in DC.
It's in DC.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Caleb. Caleb is a DC kid. You know what I mean? He'll be at home, so I think they just have too many weapons. Plus, that defense is really good. They have the best cornerback in the league with Jalen Johnson. So
Mhm.
him and that Terry McLaurin matchup would be definitely will be entertaining. But hopefully we can see Jaden Daniels play. If he does play, then I'll probably pick I'll probably pick the Commanders. So
You got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Santa Clara against the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco is they're crawling into this game. Injuries
is
left
that
and
what you
right.
call it? Crawling? Shit. Throw up the
Debo
white
San
flag.
Debo Samuels has pneumonia. I know he got released from the hospital, but I doubt he plays.
Uh,
Um,
Pick up Ricky Purcell on the waiver.
yeah, Ayuk is out for the season.
Kittle
Um,
has a foot sprain.
yeah, Kittle has a foot sprain, so he'll probably might not play.
McCaffrey ain't coming anytime soon.
You know, give me Dallas.
I said the
Give me
same.
Dallas.
I said the same
They're
shit.
coming off a bye week. They should win this game. If they gonna win any game, they should win this game. I
They
would.
should.
Now,
I,
would I be surprised if they lose? No, I
no.
won't. Not at all.
Like 49ers are the kryptonite to the Dallas Cowboys.
They
Like
are.
Cowboys just can't beat them, or the Packers. They just have trouble with them too. But yeah, I just think with all the injuries, Brock Purdy hasn't really been playing well. This offensive line hasn't really been playing well, even with the likes with Trent Williams. Maybe his age is really starting to show nowadays.
Yeah.
The defense hasn't been playing good. They haven't been tackling. Like even like Fred Warner, like I expect more from Fred Warner. Like even when you look at that play against Patrick Mahomes, like just the angle that he took, it was just weird. Like I don't know what's wrong with this team. Maybe they're just hitting that wall with the whole Super Bowl hangover and stuff like that. So the Dallas Cowboys should not win this game, but I think I could see Dak and CD having a big game and
Yeah.
finding a way to win. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
You got Monday Night Football. We got the New York Giants versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I think,
Pittsburgh.
I think Russell Wilson puts together another decent game.
Yep.
Solid 250, 2 touchdowns. You know, Pickens has a long circus catch touchdown or something. I think Najee puts together a really good game. Even though that defensive line for the Giants are really good. Um, I still think that Najee will have a decent game. Warren will have a good game. I think those two tight ends will contribute to, and that defense. T.J. Watt, he's going to get Daniel Jones sack, strip, fumble, touchdown, something.
Yeah.
High Smith for one of them. So yeah, I got Steelers, and I got them big. I think they win by like 2 scores.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I got the Steelers winning this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar score like what the Steelers did against the Jets. Was it like 35-17 or 16 or something like that? So I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that. I think with Russell Wilson, he's gonna get more comfortable. throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I like the defense. I could see Najee Harris having another good game too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this should be an easy one for the Steelers.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the slate.
That's it. Not a really good slate this week, but
It's like hit or miss.
you got an upset, my brother. My brother, you are not beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, my brother. You're not.
Mhm.
You're not.
Got an upset.
It's not
Daniel Jones gonna have to play out of his mind.
Nah, Malik Neighbors gonna have to play out his mind. He gonna have to play running back, quarterback, tight end,
I'm
safety.
gonna be upset.
Hey, shout out to bro though.
Hey, stand on business though. That's your team.
Hey man, look, I ain't
Represent
mad.
your club. Represent your club.
Yeah, represent it. I'm just a realist with my team. That's why I said skip. There ain't no point even talk about that shit. Everybody knows. Everybody in this chat knows I want L's. I don't want no W's. I want L's. Give me my first round pick. Give me my first overall number one first round pick. That's what I want. Football gods, let it happen. And if you don't, if somehow, I swear to God, if somehow we win this fucking game, I'm gonna be hot.
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
hot.
hot. I'm
Chiefs
gonna be
team is
mad
gonna
for
be
y'all.
hot.
I'm gonna be mad for y'all. I'm about to be in the Chiefs forums. Be like, yo, these dumb motherfuckers from the goddamn Raiders. What this goddamn game we had no business with this shit. God damn.
They gonna be spaces all night. 5 hour spaces. Therapy. Talking about fire bread beef.
I'ma laugh though. It'd be like some DeAndre Hopkins shit. Nigga fumble the ball at the one, lose lose the goddamn game. Shit.
See, that ain't
I'm
funny.
definitely hopping in them spaces, boy.
That ain't funny, man. That ain't funny.
What you mean? That shit would be fucking hilarious. I'll be mad, but that'd be hilarious.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and land this thing. The Chris Lamar t-shirts out there, man. Go to any of our social media websites. Uh, got the black one, we got the white ones, $25 plus shipping. Uh, yeah, man. Go to our link, Printfy, and get you a shirt, man.
Get a short
Represent the,
shirt, man. Support,
represent the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Help us out, man.
You know what I mean? The last few barbecues y'all people got before it get cold, make it happen. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Wear it under the hoodies. Wear it when you go to sleep. I don't care. Support, man. We appreciate y'all. These shirts look nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shirts look really nice.
And you know we got to give a shout out to Magnic Sports Drink.
Yes, sir. Give it shout out to Magnet, man. They showing a lot of love. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates muscle cramps, fatigue, and working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. I know you're asking, why Magnet? It's power packed electrolytes and it rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement, whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, you can use the promo code Chris and Mall to get $5 off your purchases. So make sure you use the promo code, man. Get these drinks, man. Get you some energy, whether you're at work, working out, whatever, man. So shout out to Magnet, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Magnic Sports Drink. If you'd like to donate to the Chris Lamar podcast, you can donate at our Cash App, Chris Lamar Podcast. You know, whatever you want to donate to us, man. We gladly appreciate it, man. We're just trying to take this pod to the next level for sure. So
Absolutely.
whatever you can contribute, man, we appreciate it.
We'll shout you out too, man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, whatever you use to listen to your podcast, Chris Lamar is available. Go ahead and if you're a first time watcher on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you could jump in the lives. You could talk about these topics with us, like Mark and like David was, and go ahead and jump up in here, man, and talk football with us, talk basketball with us, whatever. Give us your hot takes. We just want y'all to be a part of the show, just like us, man. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, TikTok, Twitch, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use to do your social media, you can follow us at Crystal and Mall. We'll follow you back because we're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of other various topics. So go ahead and follow us. And if you have a critique, if you have feedback, if you have a topic or a question that's sports, music, movie related, and we like it, we will bring it up on the show. We'll shout you out on the show because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, email, or our mentions, and we will get back with you as soon as possible.
Yep.
All right, good people. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Be safe out there, man, because it's crazy out there, man. Um, yeah, man, and enjoy another good week of sports. NBA season is back. The
Mm-hmm.
World Series
Starts
is
Friday.
starts Friday. We got Yankees and Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So East Coast West Coast beef is back on, baby. Bump your Tupac and your Biggie.
Yep. Yep. Not looking forward to that traffic on Friday, but it is.
Oh yeah, you going to LA, huh?
Bro,
You going out there?
bro, they got the Dodger game that night, the Laker game. They got a USC game. They got a concert at Intuit, and they got some like soccer game or some shit. That shit about to be nuts.
And WWE, y'all outline for them tickets, man.
Oh yeah. WrestleMania tickets go on sale Friday for Allegiant Stadium here in Vegas. Them tickets is insane, but we'll find a way to get in there. We'll find a way to get in there. We'll find a way to get in there. We'll find a way.
It's kind of hard out here for a pimp.
We'll get in there though. We'll figure it out.
All right, good people. Until next time. Till Monday, should I say?
Monday.